It's Jimmy, Scott, and Diggerman from the Theme Park Podcast.
Are you looking to finally make that move to Orlando? Maybe you already live here and want to be closer to the parks.
Use the official real estate agent of the Theme Park Podcast, LaurenCampbellRealtor.com.
Lauren helped my mom both buy and sell her house.
I bought a house of 10 years with Lauren.
Didn't you marry her?
Shush. I love my real estate agent, and you will too. Call Lauren Campbell at 407-325-4225. That's 407-325-4225.
Goldwell Banker Realty.
And welcome to the live stream of the Theme Park Podcast. Dickerman, Jimmy D, Scott Harris, all hanging out, getting ready for the show.
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Hi, guys.
I'm fantastic.
How's your last 7 days been?
All right. Mother's Day came and went. We went out to the parks.
Did you get anything nice?
I'm not a mother.
Oh.
I did nice things.
Ooh, that's out of the realm for you.
I did. I made a brunch, and then I took my wife and my daughter graced us with a trip out to Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Okay, after he said brunch and he said, I took my wife, I thought the words were going to be emergency room.
I made a nice brunch. All the mothers said it was the nicest Mother's Day ever.
How many mimosas?
No, we don't do mimosas at my house.
What? That's the point of mimosa. That's the point of brunch. Bottomless mimosas.
The Dickerman household does not drink with me.
Bring me the carafe of mimosa,
No.
and I will drink that.
No.
Yes.
No. That was a lot of...
Bloody Marys?
No. It was eggs, French toast. I made some biscuits. I don't remember what else.
Eggs Benedict?
Oh, bacon, sausage, one of everything.
You forgot bacon?
We made bacon, yes. So it was nice. And there was orange juice.
But no alcohol.
No
booze in the orange juice.
No.
You import some bubbly.
We didn't make it a screwdriver.
Screwdriver's not really a brunch thing.
He knew what a screwdriver was, though. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Former alcoholic. He
Sure,
would know.
that's me. Don't be a big-time drinker. All right, you guys want to do a podcast?
I would love to do a podcast. I would love a distraction.
If Jimmy's ready. Do a podcast.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, there we go. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to the Theme Park Podcast. It is Dickerman along with Jimmy D.
Good morning, fellas.
And Scott Harris.
Hi, guys.
Are we getting one last little kick of winter right now this weekend? Is this like our last? I mean, it's not cold, but it's not like the blistering heat.
The three of us are dressed like we're coming from or going to different places.
It's true. You and Jimmy, you have pants and a jacket on. Jimmy does have a jacket on. Well, I'm wearing shorts and a T-shirt.
It's going to be like 69, 68
No, it's not.
degrees
No, it's not.
by the time we wrap up the show.
It's going to be that at midnight. If we're still here at midnight, then something went wrong.
I should always state, if you're listening to this on the radio, we do this live on Friday evenings.
Or Thursday.
This week it's Thursday. Next week it's
Thursday.
Friday.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. Normally it's Thursday. My wife has to remind me the days that we have the podcast generally. You have the show tonight. Oh, I do? Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly because I don't know what day it is.
And programming note, next week it'll be on Friday.
Yes. All recorded if you watch it live. Otherwise, it airs on the radio at some time on Saturday morning.
Yes. Facts.
But we're getting our last little taste of coolish, not blistering heat weather this weekend. I'm going to go out to the parks this weekend just because I want to get a little bit in. And I happen to get a park pass. It's really hard right now on the weekend.
We're taking Riley on a dog vacation to St. Augustine.
Oh, nice. St. Augustine's fantastic.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun, and that is a big dog place too.
Oh, yeah, it's very dog friendly. I was really impressed with the environment there. I'm excited. I've never been to St. Augustine. So.
You're going to love it and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's so much and the forts and all the little shops. Oh, they got a dog shop there that you're going to love, Jimmy. That's where I found Doug. He already had the Doug collar, but then I found the Doug leash there, so I had to buy it. But they have it's an entire dog store. It's all dog stuff.
Yeah, we read about a tour that would take you into a dog like a artisan dogs treat store, and then a merchandise store.
That's probably the place I went to.
Yeah.
That's probably the spot.
Well, if you're having a hard time getting into Walt Disney World, you can check out Universal Orlando Resort and ride the all-new Jurassic World Velocicoaster.
I've heard you've ridden that a couple times now. What's the story? He texted us earlier in the week, Jim, and he's like, I rode Velocicoaster. I'm like, wait, how? Because you did the pass holder preview, the special, like, hey, you're invited, come on this day, but now you've ridden it how many more times?
3 more times.
How?
Well, they're doing technical rehearsals.
So that means
Soft opening.
anybody can just get on and ride.
Anyone can walk down the walkway and get on the ride.
And they're doing single rider as well. So
Don't
What?
don't do single rider.
Don't do single rider?
We made that mistake. We made the mistake thinking it would be faster.
It wasn't?
It ended up being longer than waiting in the actual line.
Whoa.
love it.
Yeah. 2 times. Hang on. Let me pull up the times that I texted you guys. Because I did scientific research with this. I put the stopwatch on my...
Oh, you figured out how long it would take you to get through the line. We're like, peak times right now. Brand new ride.
So for when it was posted for 45 minutes, we waited 32 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
From getting in line to being on the coaster itself.
That's not an 8-hour wait like Hagrid was.
No, it is not. Then when it was a 60-minute posted time, we waited 30 minutes. That included waiting for front row.
Whoa.
Yes.
How was the front row?
Terrifying. Terrifying.
Yeah.
See, I've been told. Do you remember Martha that used to work with us in promotions?
Yes.
She told me she rode up a front, and that that was one experience, and then she rode in the back, and in the back it was a much wilder ride.
Oh, it usually is. Yes.
It is, yes,
It's
yes.
rougher back in the back.
Yes. Jimmy,
on most coasters.
I think you could handle the front. That'll
Okay.
be the one that you can
Let
handle.
me ask you, have you done Shikra at Busch Gardens, Scott?
Yeah.
Have you ridden in the front of that?
No, I've only ever been second and third row.
Okay, yeah, because the front is terrifying on
Yes.
that. And I
Because
just wonder how the front of that compares to the front of
It's very similar. It's
Velocicoaster.
very similar. It just
Yeah,
doesn't
'cause
pause as long.
They like dangle you over the
They
edge
do.
of
Yes.
Shikra.
Half the time when I ride Shikra, I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't even enjoy this. This is terrifying.
And then for single rider, it was 39 minutes.
Oh, so it was much longer for single
Much
rider.
longer for single rider. This is the most efficient ride I have ever seen.
Wow. And we're going through like rehearsal period, which normally slows things down.
Correct. Yeah, no, it is just go on, let's go, let's get on, pop it down, let's go. Let's go.
I'm going to need to find my way over to Universal because I don't have passes for Universal. I haven't had them for a while now, and we haven't done, obviously there's been no broadcast or anything there.
No.
So it's been a minute since we've been out there. Last time I was out there was when we did our show out there.
Yes.
And it rained on us.
That's correct, it did. But it's an amazing ride. It is my favorite ride. I got to say though, I feel bad for Hagrid.
Nobody's on Hagrid?
No, it's always broken.
Oh.
It
There's
is
a lot of moving parts in that thing.
It is constantly breaking down.
It's such an innovative ride, It's probably, I mean, you have a drop in the middle of a roller coaster.
I
That's
know.
insane.
I know, but the thing is, it's been open for 2 years now, and it still has issues.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well-
sometimes. Well, what did we talk about a few weeks ago? We talked about Rhino Rally at Busch Gardens. I'm not saying this is like Rhino Rally, but Rhino Rally was a ride they tried, and they just finally cut their losses because they couldn't get it to work right.
It's just
I don't think that's the case with Hagrid.
no. It's just
Yeah, but Hagrid's over there, or oh god, the Star Wars ride that keeps breaking down.
Rise
Oh,
of
yeah,
Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance is looking over at Hagrid and like, I feel you.
yeah. Which it's just I know it's what
These are
happens.
advancements in technology. There's going to
Yeah.
be hiccups like this, though. These are big jumps they've made on all of these rides.
Yeah, you're not talking about cutting edge. You're talking about bloody edge.
Yes.
So that's what happens.
But I've now been on the ride 4 times, so I've been in 4 of the 12 rows, so I need to go 8 more times to get the full true experience. And then I got to do left and right, so I'm not even half. I'm not even.
yeah, you've got a lot of work to do.
I got a
on this
lot
thing.
of work to do with this thing.
But you are an annual pass holder at Universal, so
I
you
am an
you
annual
can go
pass
out
holder,
as
yep.
often as you like.
Yes.
as long as your workday permits it.
Correct.
Is there a souvenir photo opportunity on Velocicoaster?
It does take your picture.
It does take your picture?
It does take your picture.
Okay.
I always forget where it does, but it does take your picture.
Because I don't think I've seen a single one of those pictures show up yet on social.
You got to pay for them, right?
You got to pay for them. If you have a certain pass, you get them included in your package.
I didn't know that. That's nice.
But there's also the fact that you're wearing a mask. You really want to pay for a picture of you on a ride while you're still wearing a mask.
Yeah, but a brand new ride, I'm just surprised.
Those masks are going away.
Well,
That's the word.
that's the scuttlebutt right now.
That's what everybody's talking about.
Now, Uncle Joe said we don't have to wear them anymore.
Well, CDC.
CDC said that.
CDC
Yes.
is saying if you're fully vaccinated, which the 3 of us are fully vaccinated, then
Yep.
they say if you're fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear a mask.
Correct.
Now,
yes.
how do you determine who's fully vaccinated and who's not? You can't. It's just.
But it's
it
also
is what it is.
it's also up to local municipalities and businesses to dictate their own rules.
Right, so it's going to be Universal's call. It's going to be Disney's call. I mean, who wants to wear a mask in the dead of summer? In the winter, it was fine, but like if you're out and it's 95 degrees and you're at any of those theme parks, it's miserable wearing a mask.
Now, let me ask you guys a question, because for me personally, I don't know that I'll ever ride in an airplane ever again without a mask on.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be like air traveler mask guy. I used to
I don't
laugh
care.
at those people, but now I'm like, okay.
Had not been. The fact that I haven't had a cold or anything in a year and a half is pretty awesome.
I guarantee you, get in a plane, you're gonna get a cold.
Oh, I know. That's the thing.
Every time.
Yeah, I'm going to be dressed like Walter White going on the plane.
Yeah,
So,
every time you get on a plane, you get sick.
Marty McFly being Darth Vader.
Yeah. I could see that though, and I could see that. Just nobody's going to give you the side eye anymore if you go get on a plane. And you got a mask on.
Yeah, I won't be embarrassed.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason I would ever do something like that, is because I didn't have the courage to be like, I'm going to go out in public with a mask on.
Well, that is true. And the one thing, there's always the hot debate about the mask, but I think most people will agree. Very little sickness has been caught this year.
It's pretty awesome.
Now, granted, we haven't been around people as much, and we've had a lot more distance between people, and you haven't been able to go as many places. But yeah, I haven't been sick.
That's pretty awesome. Not being sick.
Yeah. Japanese figured it out because it's pretty normal.
They are
in
a
their
mask.
society.
They're a mask society. Yes.
Yeah. Should we get into news?
Yeah. It's funny you brought up not funny, but you brought up Disney and
Well,
and
it's
masks.
hilarious.
And well, there's another earnings call today for Disney, and Bob Chapek on the call said, obviously today's guidance that we got from the CDC in terms of those that were vaccinated do not necessarily need to wear masks anymore, both outdoors and indoors, is very big news for us, particularly if anybody's been in Florida in the middle of the summer with a mask on. That could be quite daunting. Mm-hmm. So expects very big news in the coming future.
I don't know what that means.
I know what it means.
What do you think it means?
Fire sale on masks.
Well, they've already been increasing capacity. They just never said it.
Oh, have they?
I think they've been doing it like slowly,
Little
incrementally,
increments? Because
yeah.
I can't tell, but like it's hard to get it.
Which means demand. That just means demand is back.
Yeah, it's hard to get a pass on the weekend. However, I don't know if you guys have noticed, like the weekends are all full, right? Like it's really hard to get a park pass on the weekends. But when I go and look at the times, it's like 30 minutes,
Yeah.
25 minutes. I'm like, wait a minute, how is this all full, yet the waits are so short?
And distances have been reduced at all the parks.
To what, 3 feet?
3 feet.
Disney as well?
Yep.
Wow.
And here's how you really know things are going back. I didn't know this. Did you know that Disney propped open all of the doors on the trash cans?
I had seen that. And I thought it was nice because I didn't have to stick my hand on a gross trash can.
Not anymore.
Come on.
They're closed again.
Well, they don't want that stink
man.
getting out. They want the smell to be nice, but it was like
Stink
The
it.
stink to get
it
out.
was nice to be able to just throw your trash and you don't have to touch the can because the can's always filthy, And your hands got to push against it. You got to get trash in your hand. And now that's returned. But it's understandable because they don't want you to see the trash. It's a visual thing. But also if the trash is smelly, they don't want you to
Here's
smell
the thing, though.
trash.
I've seen at I'm not going to say the names of the parks, but at some parks, the trash cans are overflowing and things are falling onto the ground.
That's very un-Disney-like, but that is I have seen. There is certain. I sent you guys a picture of a bathroom that was caulked.
Yes.
Like so horrifically. I'm like, I'm not good at caulking, and I'm like, this is embarrassing. It's like, how does this happen at Disney?
Yeah.
That's. But yeah, that.
Once you learn how to properly caulk, it is incredibly easy to do.
Can you teach me? Because I still haven't. I try taping. I try everything, and it's always like, it's okay, but not great.
Yeah, we'll have a master class on it.
All right, fair enough.
I actually had somebody who did it professionally teach me, and I'm like, once I got over the hurdle of like figuring it out, I was like, oh my god.
Do you use painter's tape?
No, you don't use tape at all.
I always end up with a giant glob of caulk on my hand.
Well,
You put it down and then you run the thing over it.
Yeah, but then I put down too much, and then I get a giant pile of it.
Well, then don't put down too much. It's not that hard.
I'm not good at it.
I'll help you out with it.
Disney has announced their new Halloween event.
Yeah,
It's not so scary anymore.
It's not.
It's Disney After Hours Boo Bash.
Okay.
Take
Boo?
place August 10th through October 31st.
Is there still gobs of free candy? That's what everybody wants to know.
Spooky festivities will include Halloween-themed cavalcades, character sightings throughout the park, special performances by the Cadaver Dans, decor, lighting, music, treat stops with plenty of candy, and more.
That's what we wanted to hear.
I always poo-pooed the the after hours thing. So I'm like, if I'm a pass holder, why am I going to pay like $96 for a ticket to this, which can go to normally? But we went to that one a couple summers ago, right? It was summer or spring.
No, it was the summer.
Are you talking about when we went?
Yeah.
That was different.
That was different.
Well, I know, but it
That was
wasn't
Villains After Dark.
But it was still an after hours extra ticket thing. It was really cool. I liked it a lot. And like I remember it like vividly. Like I can go to the park a million times and not remember that, but I remember that particular experience. That was a lot of fun.
If I ever get invited to something like that again, I will fast for 2 days prior. And I am going to go there like it's Golden Corral.
Well, nothing will be like the time we did the opening of Hagrid, because that was
great.
Oh my God.
I damaged my body for all time.
Although I'm hoping we can invite us to the opening of Velocicoaster for the exact same reasons.
Yeah. Free butterbeer. I don't know if you get free butterbeer at the opening of Velocicoaster, but it'll
free goat?
It'll be something. It'll be free.
Dude,
something.
If they don't sell curry goat there, they're missing out.
So that is the big announcement for Disney.
Yeah, people will be happy about the distancing, mostly because they can't follow it anyhow.
3 feet I want to keep, though.
Yeah,
yes,
me too.
Me too.
3
but
feet.
I still have trouble getting people to be at 3 feet, even when it's supposed to be 6 feet.
3 feet can stay.
I feel like I want to get one of those, like, you ever see on TV the press, when they're at like a sporting event, they have to wear like a smock. And it has like a number on it so they know exactly who you are. I want to get one of those that I can wear to the park that on the back of it says something like, please stay back.
I want a Yosemite Sam on mine with the 2 guns. Back off. Like the
I thought about
flaps.
that. I thought about that, and people won't read that. But if I put something like, please stay back, I have terrible gas, nobody's going to risk that.
And you're not lying.
You telling me. You're talking about not letting things out. It's the exact reason why you should have charcoal underwear.
Yes.
Also, Disney announced that they have surpassed 103.6 million subscribers for Disney Plus.
That's a lot.
Yeah, what do we think? I guess we probably saw boosts from Falcon and the Winter Soldier as these shows continue to come out. Probably new subscribers come along when it's getting press. We've got the Bad Batch right now, but what's next is the Loki show. Yeah.
Loki, yeah.
That's going to be a big one.
Loki's the next big one, and then we've got What If, and then we've got Miss Marvel and Hawkeye and Book
June
of Boba.
When's the Eternals come out? When was it supposed to come out, and when's it coming out?
It was supposed to come out last year.
Yeah, because I was at the dollar store the other day, and I saw like a big, it was like window clings of the Eternals. I'm like, man, this seems mistimed at the dollar store.
Eternals comes out November 5th.
Okay. I mean, I'm really interested because not only is it a Marvel movie, but it's got Robb Stark and Jon Snow in it from Game of Thrones.
Angelina Jolie is in this. Kumail Nanjiani's in this. Selma Hayek is in this.
Yeah, it's an interesting cast for sure.
Yeah.
And it's being directed by an Academy Award winner in Chloe Zhao.
Okay. What movie do you know what they won an Academy Award for?
They won for Nomadland. Nomadland.
I have not
like
seen
3
that.
weeks ago.
I've heard it's good.
Yes.
But I haven't seen it.
Yeah, no, this year we get that. We also get Black Widow.
Finally.
And then Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And then Spider-Man.
Okay.
Those are the 4 movies we get this year.
And
Venom. But it's not a Disney movie.
it's
not
an
a
association
Marvel movie.
with Marvel.
But yeah, they're going to even have a little tease of Spider-Man in it somewhere here.
Yeah, well, you see that in the trailer. I don't know if you guys
I haven't
have
watched the trailer yet.
They show a scene where
Scott's poo-pooing Venom. I can see it right now in his eyes.
I think I know why he's poo-pooing it, and I totally get it.
Because it just didn't look good.
That's not why I'm poo-pooing it.
The first one was fun.
It's just the origin story is wrong.
It is.
Well, there's that.
And I have a problem with that. But I'm hoping that with Tom Holland supposedly showing up in this one, that
I don't think that's going to happen.
I thought the first one was fun, though. Like, it wasn't like a great movie, but it was fun.
it was fun. Yeah, it was absolutely fun.
All right, you can continue with the news if you like.
You're the reason. You two are the reason we're getting a Venom 2. You all went to go see
A
this
lot of
movie.
people. It made decent money, didn't it?
Yeah, I know. You're all.
Yeah.
It's all the problem. Like
It might have done
800
better
million-
than Justice League.
Made like $800 million. Which
Yeah.
version of Justice League?
I think I read something that it did better than any individual regular Marvel movie
Oh wow,
outside of Avengers.
wow. There you go.
That's
So it's weird. Like
Not
Aquaman
accurate.
did great,
It
but
did-
like Justice League was their big. It was their big Avengers, and it was it tanked at the box office. It
well because
tanked.
it had all the baggage of this isn't the Zack Snyder. This is Joss Whedon.
But
and
still, it was supposed to be the big. The big. It's Wonder Woman. It's Superman. It's Batman all together. That was supposed to be huge. Not
I mean, Superman's barely in it.
yeah.
Speaking of news, how about this Star Wars news that Jimmy I already know this. They announced that they are changing the dates for Star Wars Celebration 2022 from August to the end of May.
So basically 1 year from now.
Oh, so
Yes, the 26th through the 29th.
Yeah,
And
they moved it up like 14 weeks or something.
Yes.
Okay, so now it's going to be in Anaheim, California, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was always going to be in Anaheim, but it was just supposed to be in late August. Now it's just going to be in late May.
Yes.
You going to go, Jimmy?
I already have a hotel room booked.
All right.
You already have your tickets because that
Yeah.
was part of the announcement.
Wait, is Anaheim where Disney is?
Yes.
Disneyland?
Yes.
Yes. It's
Oh,
across
wow.
the street from Disneyland.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
You know, he acts like he's never listened to this podcast before.
I don't think he does.
Oh, I do. I think that Disneyland's in Anaheim. I don't really know where things are in California,
Yeah.
but I don't know where the Star Wars
I'll be
celebration is.
Going to Disneyland again.
Yeah, you can check out Avengers Campus. It'll be
Yeah.
open.
We did talk about that. This is an association with the Star Wars thing.
Yeah, see, now it's coming back to him.
Can I get some tickets for the Star Wars thing still? Is that sold out?
Well, you can get some tuna because you need some brain food, dude.
Yeah, you can buy tickets.
Let me get you some albacore.
Yeah. You want to buy some tickets? Buy some tickets.
How much are they? Well, they're a lot.
Four-day tickets were like $200, I think.
Hang on. I
too
will
rich
find
for my
out
blood.
for you.
Well, you're not
I got to
gonna
do everything here.
You're not going to be able to find out because tickets are not. No ticket information is made to the public right
Oh.
now because they're still not sure how they're going to handle that.
Oh, but you already have tickets from the
Yes,
previous
because
sale.
because I bought tickets for the 2020 show,
Oh,
and once they decided they were going to postpone it to 2022, they gave everybody the option to return their tickets or
Hold on to them.
hold on to them.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for one of your other friends to bail out. I'm gonna swoop in at the end.
I don't think any of his friends are going to bail out.
None of my friends. Well, I might have a couple of friends that don't have a choice
Aha.
because they're in
See that?
Australia.
But by 2022,
The Australian government has already told their citizens they're not allowed to travel outside the country until 2023.
Oh man. Oh.
So, because like I was talking to my buddy Mick, he was saying that they have very little cases. He's like, we have no cases in New South Wales, and he's like, if we stay in our bubble of our continent, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Once they open it up to travel, he's like, because we were able to mash it down, we're going to be lambs to the slaughter if we let this come back into the country.
This
So-
is like that scene in World War Z where the zombies get over the wall in Israel and everything ends.
exactly. That's
so basically what you're saying is don't let Brad Pitt into Australia.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm going to jump in Australian Darth Vader's spot is what I'm saying here.
Well, what they're doing now is because they moved the date again, they're giving everybody a chance to return their tickets if they want. And once that deadline is passed, they'll figure out what kind of inventory they have, and then they will go ahead and release those to the general public. Because 4-day passes were sold out.
Yeah.
And they sold out. I bought my tickets for this convention in 2019.
This sounds like
remember this.
other events that people have bought tickets for and they've been
Yeah.
holding on
Yeah.
or waiting to get their money back.
This thing I'm going to in St. Augustine this weekend, I bought tickets to see a concert from a band that I loved. They broke up the day I went to college in 1999, and they're getting back together. It's called a band called Spider Monkey.
I know. I think
And-
I played them on the radio back in 99.
You were on the radio?
Once upon a time.
Right now, you are.
That's true, too.
Also, speaking of Star Wars, they're speeding ahead with construction on the Galactic Star Cruiser, targeting completion of construction January of 2022.
We need to get in touch with our representatives over there to determine what day we'll be doing the podcast from the Galactic Star Cruiser. I'm
Like the parking lot,
No. I'm envisioning like a 24-hour live podcast from the Galactic. Like we have headsets and we're walking around. The whole thing is all broadcast as we do it. So we can make that happen. We just have to talk to our representatives over there at Walt Disney World.
Scott, you're a sort of a youngin. Is Google Glass still a thing?
No,
Is there something that's taken its place?
not really.
That thing was supposed to be so big, and then it didn't.
Yeah, the wearables when it comes to the head just never caught on.
Well, I think it's because the people that are not wearing it got weirded out by
Oh
it.
yeah. Well, who wouldn't be?
Yeah, it does come across creepy. It's honest thing.
Yeah, I have to deal with this watch telling me to breathe every 5 seconds.
Are you not breathing?
Apparently not.
Your watch is telling you to hurry up and breathe.
Although here was the funniest thing. So obviously I'm wearing an Apple Watch while I'm on Velocicoaster, and like get like we get to back to the station. I'm like, oh, let me check out my heart rate to see what it's at after being on the ride.
Have you looked at the graph? There's a graph you can look at on the app, and it'll show you basically like a stock market. It'll show you the ups and downs of your day as far as that.
It was 90 the entire time.
So you were very
Yeah.
wow.
I was worried about myself, actually.
Stone Cold. You're Stone Cold Steve Austin over
Yeah.
there.
I mean, when I first got my watch, I went to a football game, and I was showing somebody after the game. I was like, look at the fourth quarter. You can see exactly when the game got super close, and we were like, it was like in the victory was hanging in the balance, and you could see how my heart rate had gone up and everything.
Although, here's the funniest thing. So this watch will, somehow know when I'm washing my hands, so it'll do like a countdown of like from 20 to 0.
That's creepy.
It really is. Here's the thing. It's giving me the, are you washing your hands? Once while I'm riding Toy Story Midway Mania, and the other time while I'm on Velocicoaster. What makes you think I'm washing my hands when I'm on these two rides?
If you use the restroom
The
and
perspiration.
if you go to walk out without washing, you didn't wash your hands.
I don't know. I very rarely is accurate when I'm actually washing my hands to do the countdown.
It'd be awesome if an alarm went up. This man did not wash his hands.
I mean, I wish everything had that.
Do not shake his hand. I still see people. God, I'll be at the parks and I'll see somebody just walk right. I'm like, what's wrong with you? You're an animal. You're a heathen. Wash your freaking hands, man.
You just want to shame them.
Yeah.
I gotta say though, I do want a little consistency. Are you gonna be a paper towel thing where I wave my hand, or one where I gotta do the?
All should be waved, because then if you got to touch it, it's
Exactly.
the whole point
Yeah.
of washing your hands is done.
No, what you do is you go over to the paper towel thing. If it's the hand thing, you yank it a bunch of times so it comes out, wash your hands, and then rip the towel
See, the
off.
problem
Yeah,
is if
but
it's
then
if it's a busy bathroom, then somebody might just go up and snatch your paper out from under
Also,
you.
the other problem
But
is
that's when you give him a kick in the knee.
if you do that, then the next guy that doesn't do that, he gets your dirty hand on the thing because you did it with your dirty hand before you washed him. So he's got clean hands and he touches after your dirty hand.
Well,
It's just being less courteous to
Just
others.
give the wave. Just have all waves, or the Dyson ones. I love the Dyson ones.
I don't like those.
no, I don't like those at all.
I love the Dyson
Spray
ones.
poo water everywhere. Or poo air. Everywhere you go. With that thought, we're
Can't
going
wait
to
to
wrap
go
up.
bowling.
We're going to wrap up the radio portion of this
Please
podcast.
do.
If you want to check us out on social media, and Scott Harris, tell us where you can be found.
At the Theme Park Show on Twitter, or at the Theme Park Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or watch at the Theme Park YouTube.
There you go. And if you want to check out the next show, which we do, which will be off the radio, our special after-hours show, Extra Park Hours, you can find that at thethemeparkpodcast.com. For Jimmy D, for Scott Harris, I'm Dickerman. We broadcast live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com Tebow Gazebo Studios. Until next week, we'll see you out at the parks.
That was really good. That was fun.
Good job.
Yeah, I don't think it helps for Velocicoaster that it's just rows of 2. So, and most people are just showing up in like groups of 4. So,
I think part of the problem is like people saw what happened with Hagrid's and they're like, oh my God, this is going to happen again with Velocicoaster. But as popular as Jurassic Park is, I don't know that it's got the same following as the Potterheads.
I don't know, but remember like Galaxy's Edge in the beginning, like we expected it to be so much more busy.
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't. Then it was. All of a sudden it was. So maybe the fear does keep people away.
and I think once more people do it and talk more about it, because I think right now it's just a bunch of pass holders that are doing it.
Yeah, people are like, I don't want to get in that 10-hour line. But and you know, you combine all of these things together and it just creates a vacuum. It's going to catch up, and at some point it'll be ridiculous, and you'll have to have a virtual queue and all that other stuff. But right now, you're in that sweet spot.
It's pretty awesome to be able to just oh, let's go again. Oh, you want to go again? Let's go again.
Yeah, and it's got to be so fun too, because it's like I don't have to figure out some kind of trick with the app, or
No.
I don't have to be someplace at a certain time and like check in. It's just let's just go on the ride. It's brand new. Everybody wants to go on it, and I'm able to get on it as much as I want. That's awesome.
When it comes around the little loop and it's about to do the second launch.
I haven't seen anything yet on the ride other than a
Oh, that's
still
right, because it
photo
always
or
had
so.
it always had the walls up when you were there.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it yet. I want to go.
I wonder if
I wanna
we can
go.
I wonder if we have tickets.
I'm sure we know somebody that can make that happen.
Let's
Yes.
go. Let's do it.
Let's talk to the powers.
Powers that be.
Text the power.
Text the powers. The powers that remain. The powers that remain.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about the powers that you're talking about. I'm talking about
Other powers?
let's just go to the faucet. Why you?
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
You know, that guy.
I know another guy too. I said, hey, anytime. Yeah, okay.
I'll pull the trigger.
All right. Let's do an extra after-hour show.
Yes. After hours. Ooh.
Extra park hours show.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. All right.
TTPP after hours.
All right. Here we go. Coming down in 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Theme Park Podcast. Extra hours. Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris all here with you.
God.
What?
You can't even get that right.
What did I say?
Extra hours. It's extra park hours.
Oh. Welcome to the Theme Park Podcast, Extra Park Hours Podcast.
Scott, do not edit that out.
It is Dickerman, Jimmy D, and Scott Harris. I don't want you.
I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about editing
see
of this one.
How quickly I can transition back into the correct read because I read it wrong the first time, as has happened so many times in my career.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have a stand with the paper on it.
Even when I have the paper in front of me.
Really?
Oh yeah. Even if it's in front of me, I still. Nope, you said that wrong.
I'm surprised. Like, I would not be surprised if it was me.
Oh yeah.
Because, I'm a goof. But I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. No. We're going to talk about something on this show that you wanted to bring up that was presented to you in a minute. But first, we didn't get to talk about something that we did on Mother's Day that I wanted to cover because the dining experience I had for quick service at Disney I liked so much. I wanted to make mention of it because we went out to both Hollywood Studios and Epcot. Now, Hollywood didn't have, when we went to mobile order, it was getting late, so the buffalo chicken that I like so much, the buffalo chicken sandwich that you recommended to me.
From the commissary.
From the commissary, which is fantastic.
So good. Yeah, that place has weird hours right now.
They weren't open, so we're like, all right, well, we're going to Epcot. Let's see what's open there. And what was open was Regal Eagle Smokehouse, the barbecue. And people I saw, they say it's good.
Smells really good when you walk by it.
It's over in the Americas. Let's give it a try. It was... I want to say that might have been the best burger I've ever had at Disney.
It's very good food there.
And I know you can get hit and miss a little bit on quick service, but mine was really, really good. They make a burger that comes with a burger, which is a different level burger than you normally get in the park, it seems like. And then they put barbecue pork on top of it, and then they put it in between two garlic bread pieces.
Yeah, Texas toast.
And then there's a big old onion ring on top, which I don't care for the onion ring, but my daughter loved it.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic and reasonably priced.
Yes.
I enjoyed the heck
Very
out of
good,
it.
yes.
So I liked it. And you went out there and you had...
I have, yeah. Hang on, let me pull. I got the vegetarian version of an item, like a plant-based
You got the opposite of me. I got like double meat. I killed 2 animals to eat mine, and you killed none.
That is correct, yeah. Let me pull up the...
And it is available for mobile ordering, so that makes it nice and simple. You order, you walk up, and all right, go ahead, and there's tons
I got
of
the
seating
barbecue jackfruit burger, which is a plant-based burger on garlic toast topped with barbecue jackfruit, mayonnaise, and lettuce.
That sounds good.
It was very good.
I bought some Beyond beef sausages to try for part of our Mother's Day meal, and it was pretty good.
I could honestly couldn't tell a difference. Could not tell that was not from an animal.
Is that the jackfruit that does that?
Yes.
Because I went to, you remember Carter's Earth, right? Carter's Earth Trivia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
He used to be on the Burke show with me.
Yeah, I think he's still doing his thing, right?
Yeah, he's still, Curtis Earth Trivia is voted
Huge.
#1 trivia in Orlando by the Orlando the Orlando Weekly. I went to his show and they had a food truck there and I accidentally ordered the vegan meal.
No, what have I done?
Yeah.
Well, I looked at it and I was like, wait, this looks like it's got meat on it. And I ate it and it was fantastic.
Can't tell.
Yeah, I was really surprised and I could almost go vegan if it all tastes like that.
I'm willing to try more. I'm willing to try more.
That opened my eyes. I'm ready to take something else.
I've had the Impossible Whopper. Couldn't tell anything with that. I when I went to Epcot last week, went all plant-based on everything that I had. It was all delicious.
Interesting.
I think every what did I get? It was poutine, but it was like vegan sausages.
Huh. All right. Well, I recommend the smokehouse over there, Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Cool spot, cool inside too. If you want to do vegan, you can do Scott's. He says it's fantastic. If you want to go super meat, I went that way and it was great as well. So you got good options, and their fries are really good there too. They have like a different style of fry.
I don't remember which. I think I got like baked beans and mac and cheese.
You can choose baked beans as a side instead. Like I had like one of the big barbecue places here in town just like a few nights before. I'm like, this might have been better.
Ooh.
Wow.
And I'm like, we're talking quick service at Disney.
Yeah, that's a huge compliment right there.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, and you can have hit and miss at quick service. It happens just because of the nature of how it is, but
Yeah, just the nature of the way it's prepared. It's like, conveyor belt.
yeah, but mine was fantastic. So
Yeah.
if you need quick service, you're at Epcot, you like barbecue, try out Regal Eagle.
It's really good.
All right, Jimmy, let's get into what you wanted to talk about because you had something to bring up with us.
Yeah, so on Cinco de Mayo, Universal was kind enough to invite one of us out to Universal for like a content creators day, and it was part of their fan building team.
I saw some of the photos you
They
put
gave
up.
you a robe.
They gave me a robe.
Have you watched Harry Potter yet?
No.
You were supposed to be on movie 7 by now.
Yeah, you got to meet
Negative.
the Dursleys. You got to at least meet the Dursleys. It's the beginning of the movie.
You got to find out more about your house. You being a Hufflepuff.
Is there a you know how like you watch an episode of a new episode of a show and they're like previously on? Do they have something like that for Harry Potter, or just sum it up all in like
No.
20
You got to
minutes?
start in the beginning. You got to start in the beginning.
Okay.
They're fun. They're fun movies. I was just like you. I was the same. But you know what? When you get into it, if you put your phone away and you sit and you watch the movie, you're gonna come and you're gonna be wearing Harry Potter shirts, and you're like, how did I not do this before?
See, that's the other thing that worries me is like the
You don't wanna
last
get
thing
into
I need is another addiction.
Yeah, but this is a good one.
I know, and you
And
know,
you got
to
a
be
robe.
perfectly honest,
Reparo. Reparo.
shut up,
The kids are so cute when they're little.
the Potterheads are a really nice bunch.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen some Star Wars fans get visceral and just
Well, they're a toxic fan base.
they really can be.
They've had a rough time.
You can ask Jar
Ups and
Jar and
downs.
Rose about that.
Yeah.
They can be really terrible people, but I don't see that same element in Potterheads. I'm sure there is that.
There is
every
a
group.
there is a subsection because of one creator of all of it.
Yeah.
People are just mad about everything anymore. Everyone wants to be mad about everything. I'm mad about everything.
But yes, you need to watch the movies. You should be on Deathly Hallows Part 1 right now.
Well, I'll get on that as
Do
soon
you
as I
need me to
can.
bring over the Blu-rays? Do I have to bring
Do you
them over?
need my Peacock login?
Oh, he's got Peacock.
I actually think we have Peacock at the moment.
Watch
Well, then watch it there.
Mrs. Lauren Campbell, Realtor.com. She said she will not watch it with you, though. I think she'd like it if she watched it. I honestly do. I think if she watched it with you, all of a sudden she'd be into it.
Next thing you know, you both be on Pottermore, getting sorted in your houses. Well, you're already Hufflepuff. It's already been decided for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyhow, go ahead with your story. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so the fan builder team, they sent me an email asking about, did you enjoy your time? What suggestions would you have? Like, what else would you like to see? What else would you like to do? And I was like, ooh, that's a good subject for after park hours or extra park hours.
So,
I even screwed it up.
is the question like, okay, if we worked in radio and we would get to do like the Halloween Horror Nights tour, which is something special that unless you pay a lot of money, you don't get to do. So are we asking the question if you
if you pay to do it, you don't get to do the party.
True, but
Like
let's
the way that they roll it out for the press is unprecedented.
that's not feasible for like, just regular people. You couldn't do like the press party, but you could do the tours, which they do the tours. You just got to pay a lot of money for it. Yeah. Is that the question? Like if you're Joe average citizen, if you could pay more money to do anything, is that the question?
Well, not really. Like I guess the question is like, because the paying part of it, I'm not like, I don't know that that's something that
Well,
they're
I'm
looking
just saying
to
if
do.
you want
But
to pay for a premium, like a premium.
I'm saying if somebody came to you and said, you can do whatever you want at Universal, what would you do?
I want to tour the archives.
That's a good one.
I want to look at the archives. I want to see all the stuff from Universal when it first opened.
So do you think, like, say they had room?
So you basically want to go to the warehouse in Indiana Jones,
Yes.
and see. Like,
I want
the
to
Ark of
see the
Covenant.
top men.
Could they turn that into like almost a museum? Could
Well,
they take one of
that's
those
part of what the
sound
legacy.
stages?
That's part of what the legacy store at City Walk.
But I'm
is.
talking
But I
to
want
go-
a bigger. I want a bigger. I want
Yeah.
a Universal Studios museum in one of the sound stages.
I'm talking like
Yes.
almost like a Smithsonian type.
Yes.
And then you have this like insane, timelined out museum with big props, the story, the little cards, movies that play, the whole shebang.
Yes, that's what I want.
That'd be cool. I mean,
Yeah, that's a great suggestion.
think about the things over the years. With like going way back, I remember the Psycho thing they had.
Psycho House, yeah.
the Psycho House out there. I mean, that was most people probably don't know that have been there because it's been decades since.
Well,
that
it's
was
that.
open.
They had the swamp thing and all of that.
I don't remember the Swamp Thing.
They used to have the boat, the actual screen-used boat from Waterworld.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah, I remember that. It was over by.
So do you think they own
was-
all these things still?
It was sitting in a lagoon where
like by Men in Black and
Where
the
Men in
Wild
Black
West
is sitting
and-
now,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Do they still own? Do you think they still own most of these props?
Of course they do. A lot of the props they got moved into the Legacy store. There were
Okay.
2 griffins that used to be next to the arch at Universal Studios. Like there's the giant arch.
that's what's in front of the Legacy store now.
They're now on each side of the door at the Legacy store. So of course they have all of these.
Do you
things.
think they would do that? You think they would do like a large, project museum like that? Like take up an entire soundstage?
I mean,
Maybe temporarily.
Yeah,
at
I mean,
least.
if
I'm
There's a
saying
sta-
saying like a permanent. Like Disney could do the same thing. Honestly, they kind of have it.
Like
at,
one-man-
Hollywood
one-
Studios,
one-man stream,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean they kind of have it. Because that does feel a little bit like you're walking through like one of the larger museums in DC.
Yes.
I could see Universal doing that, but on a much larger scale with giant props.
Mhm. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It'd be awesome if they have like one of the sharks from the Jaws ride and stuff like big items that they don't normally like. That'd be cool.
I know they can't control this, but I would like Nickelodeon to come back. That building
Yeah.
is no longer
We
being
don't have
used.
any representation of Nickelodeon Town anymore. Like the old hotel that was there forever is now just like
Well,
a
it's-
Hollywood Inn
it's
or
just-
Hollywood. Holiday Inn.
It's just the agreement between Disney and Universal just ended. That's what it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
What's
not Disney.
Nickelodeon doing? Nickelodeon is probably hey, we're gonna use
It's Viacom.
Viacom, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's 2 different companies.
But so Nickelodeon's owned by Viacom, but like they can still
They can lease it
license
out.
their
They can
brand.
license it out, yeah.
They can still license their brand out. I mean, I don't know if they have any hot items. Like SpongeBob was hot, right? They
SpongeBob is
have,
still hot.
They still have SpongeBob. Like
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in the park.
He's still in the park. I would just like to see a little bit more of that. I miss because they just announced that Legend of the Hidden Temple is coming back.
Yeah.
For adults, and I'm like, that would be awesome to have stuff like that
yeah,
in the park.
yeah. I mean, Universal could honestly bring back if they wanted to brand a hotel, they could do another Nickelodeon hotel as one of their hotels.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I wouldn't give to run the course at the end of Double Dare?
Oh,
Not even for prizes. I would pay just to run the course.
Okay, all right. You brought it up. Fear Factor show is still there, right?
yes.
The building's still there, yeah.
Get rid of Fear Factor, make it Double Dare. We could play double. Park goers could do Double Dare. They were able to do Fear Factor, right?
They were, yeah.
Why not do Double Dare?
Any of those shows.
That'd be huge. I mean,
I
Fear
would-
Factor's way gone by now.
I would line up every single day until they took me on as a contestant.
I've been rewatching Double Dare from the beginning
The Mark Summers version.
because I have Paramount Plus.
How many streaming services do you have?
I'd rather not answer that
All of them?
question.
That's on
I'd-
Paramount Plus.
how
that
many
is-
don't?
check that out.
How many don't I have?
AMC Plus and Shudder, I think, are the only 2 I don't have right now.
So do they have Double Dare, Family Double Dare, and then Double Dare 2000?
yes.
Wow.
Peace.
I
Smart.
am watching season 1 of Double Dare right now. I'm 11 episodes in.
It's cool.
Weird. It's weird.
Because all those people are like on Social Security at this point from that original series.
Well, it's funny because growing up, Lauren grew up here as a kid in Oviedo, and she said a bunch of her friends were on the different game shows. And she pointed out, we went to her 20-year high school reunion, and she pointed out this girl. She's like, oh, that's that girl that was on Legends of the Hidden Temple. So I walked over to her, and I'm like, were you on Nickelodeon? And she's like, oh, my God, yes. And we sat there, lawyer. She's been graduating from high school for 20 plus years, and now she's an attorney.
See, yeah, I think I didn't do life right because I grew up here, I lived here, and I never even thought of a chance to do those shows. I never thought I had an opportunity to be on
Legends
any of
or
those.
Double Dare, Wild and Crazy Kids, What Would You Do?
Yeah, I never.
Nick Arcade, Figure It Out, all of those.
We didn't get to go to theme parks. Maybe that's why I didn't get
Yeah.
to do those. We didn't have money for theme parks as a child. We didn't have money for theme parks. We need food.
I mean, I miss the backlot tour that they did at Universal. Like, I know not many people remember that, but they actually put you on a tram and
Yeah.
drove you around. Like, that was a thing. Obviously, it's difficult to do that now because they don't film as much, really, if anything, at Universal. But I like
and if they
that.
do, it's all within sound stages. So.
Correct, yeah.
I would like to see the return, and they'll never do it again because it was too awesome. But Halloween Horror Nights being at both parks, Cornfield in the middle. I mean, that was amazing.
It was, yeah. It was a logistical nightmare.
Yeah, well, the same reason that that year we had Earth Day Birthday with the rotating stage, they never did it again. Everybody loved it, but it was a nightmare.
I don't remember. It was before my time.
Yeah, that cornfield, that lot where the cornfield once stood, they still call that the cornfield.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
was-
there's no corn in it.
it was. If you got to do it, you got to do it. You got to experience something really unique when they had it at both Islands and Universal, and that was.
Let me tell you,
Bananas.
as a team member, it was not easy.
I don't think it was easy for anybody, with the exception of the audience.
Yes.
So it cost them a ton more money, I'm sure, a lot more headaches, but they probably didn't make any more money because it's just you can only sell so many tickets, and basically the event is always sold out for the most part, or close to it.
I would also like to see some kind of lagoon show at Islands of Adventure.
They don't have anything there?
No.
Well, we're also getting away from the topic, though. Like the way the park sits now,
Has to stay.
well, no, not that it has to stay, but like, what would you want to see?
Oh.
Like, because like on this tour that they took us on, they took us through a
We
few
changed
backstages.
your subject.
We did, but like
I started it off strong.
they have control rooms where they have team members that are monitoring the ride for safety reasons, making sure that people are having, nobody's having a problem on the ride or anything like that. And I'd never seen that before. It never even occurred to me that there's actually somebody watching you the entire time you're on the ride. There's a camera on you the whole time to make sure that your safety is, paramount.
I always assume there's a camera on me at all the parks.
Yeah,
As well, you should, yes.
Yes.
Should. That's probably the best bet. Yeah, it's hard to say because if you don't go behind the glass, it's hard to know what you're not seeing,
Well,
so
is there an attraction that you'd like to know how it works?
well, I think I'd like to know how all the attractions work. I think you'd love to see lit up inside various rides. Like you go inside Transformers and the various things that happen there. I mean, there's a ton going on. You go through Transformers so quick, you have no idea half of what you're seeing. Go in there and turn the lights on. What's it look like in there?
Did you know that when you're on Transformers and that first time you see Optimus Prime and he starts battling Megatron, you're actually being loaded into a freight elevator that's bringing you up to the second floor. And the majority of that ride occurs on that second floor. I had no idea. And apparently, I mean, I don't know, if you see that scene and you don't pay attention to the action and actually look around where they, where you're not supposed to look, you will actually see the mechanics of the ride bringing you up.
Okay, I'm going to do that next time I ride Spider-Man now, too.
Spider-Man's different, though, because I asked about that. Spider-Man takes place all on the first floor.
Yeah, it's it's the perspective around you.
Yes, and what they're doing with that is they're actually lowering or raising the ceiling to make it look like, but the ride itself stays on the first floor. Transformers is on a much smaller footprint, so the majority of the ride takes place on the second floor.
I would like the experience you had with Bourne.
Yeah,
I think
setup.
I think they should have one show that like the first show of the day or something is like a behind the scenes.
That'd be cool because people would go out of their way to get there early. I want to have to be there at 9 a.m. because I want to see the practice show or whatever.
the tech rehearsal is what they call it.
Yeah.
The tech rehearsal. Then and they only get one shot a day to see it.
Yeah.
I would say though, if you do end up going to like a backstage tour of Bourne and you see the tech rehearsal, see the ride first, because like there was a handful of people that I went on this tour had never seen Bourne before, and I had seen it. So it's like I'm leaning over to Mikey Mayhem and I'm like, "There's a big fight that's supposed to be going on here," because they'd sit on the scene and it would just be music playing, and you're like,
What's happening?
Yeah, and then when you watch a show, you're like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." And especially when they show you the tech rehearsal and then bring you backstage and show you how like all the pieces work and the 13 ghost rooms, and then you're like, I really want to watch this show again because I want to see how I want to see all the pieces come together, how the puzzle is assembled, and it's pretty cool.
I'm sure there's a tremendous amount that Potterheads would like to see inside the Harry Potter lands. Hard to explain because it's a tight area inside the park, but I'm sure there's lots of things people would love to see and understand how the mechanics work on it.
Yeah. Especially like, have you ever seen the behind the scenes footage of when they were testing
Forbidden Journey?
Yeah, Forbidden Journey. And it's basically like it's an articulated arm that holds
Kuka arm, yeah.
that holds like the capsule that you ride in. so that you have like pretty much like 360 degrees of movement, as an option.
Yeah, and even inside the coaster, is it? It's Escape from Gringotts.
Yes.
Inside that, I mean, because that's a really advanced ride as well. It's a half motion ride and it's a half sim
Roller
ride.
coaster, yeah.
Yeah, so that as well as the fire breathing dragon. The mechanics behind that.
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah.
do you blow fire every couple minutes?
Every 15 minutes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's always on, obviously weather permitting, because I think once you get past like 20 miles an hour, they can't.
Breathe fire.
Yeah, they can't do the breathing of the fire. But if conditions are appropriate, it's like at the top of the hour, 15, 30, and 45. At least it was the day we went.
And inside that bank with all the what are those? They're not.
The animatronics, yeah.
Yeah, they're not goblins, are they? What are
Yeah,
they
they're
called?
goblins.
Yeah, they're goblins, yeah.
Yeah, the goblins.
Yeah,
I
man.
still have some. I still have some of that bank, that Harry Potter bank money.
Why don't you use it? Spend it, man.
I might.
I wouldn't. And the reason I say that is 'cause
Disney dollars.
the Disney dollars are worth a lot of money. I don't know that Universal sells their dollars anymore, because remember you used to have like Scooby-Doo was the $1 bill?
Oh yeah. Yep. I had those. I had quite a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we did that one year when we went as a team building thing, and the boss man was like, I don't know how to pay for this. I was like, just take the corporate credit card and go get the Universal dollars, and then you can just,
Scooby Doo it up.
you can just fan it out and hand it out to people, and they can spend it how they want.
That's true. Yeah. And Disney. I still have like one Disney dollar left, but it's like folded up in an envelope, so it's not kept in pristine condition.
The one thing that I wish, and I understand why they do it differently, is the PhotoPass system is just so perfect that Disney has, and
Yeah.
I wish that it was able to transfer over to what Universal does.
Yeah,
because they have photographers and stuff like that.
So they don't
Yeah,
have
but
it. They
if-
don't
if-
have it in their top tier. You don't get that.
I think it's only in the top tier, or it can be an add-on.
Okay.
Well, if you do get it, they have an app that you load, that you have on your phone. I'll show it to you when we get
No,
off
I know. I understand all the mechanics of it, but it's just like it should be included in more levels of the pass. Like if you
okay.
if you can get a pass that gets you premium parking and express after 4, it should be included in that.
With the way everything's digitized now, I mean, it probably can't cost that much to throw the photos up for people. So I mean,
I don't-
economically,
But it could be a situation where Universal technically isn't.
It's the pass had been Kodak.
Okay, so
was a
it's
third party that
It's a
was
third
doing it.
party, so that's where the rub is.
okay. Is there issues with the licensing too? So, like, say you're on a ride and it's licensed Harry Potter. Do they have to pay the Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling, or whatever the company is, if your photos
The
on that
IP.
ride, the IP? Do they have to for every photo that goes out and is shared? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea what their contract situation is with them.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's always sticky. That's what I know. Every because they have so many IPs, it's always sticky. They always have to go through 14 levels of approval before they can do anything there.
Yeah, that's true.
That I know. Same with Dr. Seuss.
And honestly, sometimes they have to get approval to use even the properties that they do own,
Yeah.
because there's a certain, there's a department that handles the marketing and protecting the brand for each individual IP, and they have to give you,
You
their
gotta protect your own IP.
yeah, exactly.
Hey, that logo's not to scale. No, you can't use that. That's an
Yeah.
old logo.
It is $69
To add it on for the
For
day
the-
or for what?
per card.
Per card.
Yes. So there's a 1-day photo package and a 3-day photo package.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the other question is, so like, how much money do they make on that? Maybe it's just a situation where we make so much money. Why
Yeah.
should we give it away for free? Like Disney was able to figure out, like, oh, we can do this at a certain level, give it away, but we still make our money.
Yeah, I mean, if you have to raise up an annual pass like $3 or whatever a month to make it up.
Yeah, it's just like parking, It's just
Because
like,
it's also, but you have to think about it, it's also free branding for your park.
consider the cost it is to park at Universal. It's $25 if you
It's
don't
25 or 26
if
now.
you don't have a pass that covers it.
Correct.
Like there are people that only go to Halloween Horror Nights every year.
Mm-hmm.
But those people might go to Halloween Horror Nights so much that it makes more sense for them to buy a pass
Mm-hmm.
than to pay for parking every night, because you almost hit that number if you go so many nights.
Yes,
Like
if you have a
buy,
frequent fear pass.
Frequent fear, and you're expected to pay to park, because the parking was it's free after a certain time, but they kept pushing it back. So like now it's like, no, it's not free till 9 o'clock or whatever. So then you had to go and you had to pay to park.
And actually, I think on Halloween Horror nights, it's never free.
So yeah, it's almost like when you do that, if they don't roll the price of parking into the Halloween Horror Nights pass, you're just as well buying whatever the lowest pass you can be for the park for the year, just so you can get free parking.
That did remind me of something. I think a behind the scenes of how they put together a night of Halloween Horror Nights would be fun.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Like checking out all the different scare zones and meeting the characters outside of their like environment. That could be very cool.
Just to see how big it is. Just to see how big this setup is. Because I've seen, like, we've probably all been to other like haunted houses around town, and we've kind of seen some of the setup, and it's a big setup even for the small ones. I can't imagine what it's like for Halloween Horror Nights.
I got another one for you. They could make you a character for a couple hours, make you up in the costume, and then send you out to scare people for a little bit, and then bring you back in.
Oh, like how they do for Mardi Gras, where you get to throw out the beads.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
My sister did that like in the early years, maybe one of the first ones.
Is that the gum wall?
You didn't get the crap beat out of you back in the day, man. Like now they figured it out how to keep everybody safe, but back then, man, you would get beat on. They'd give you like a pipe or something to protect yourself with. It was so bad. That's at least how I've heard it, from way back when. Of course, now they've got a lot of security there, and everybody's keeping an eye on everything. You guys remember a couple years back we were there, and one of the characters comes out to do his thing. Oh, and he bumped into me. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "It's okay. It's all right." They're like, "Oh God, I touched somebody."
I remember one time I was going through a haunted house, and I was like, "Ash," and he's like, "Hey, Jimmy." Thankfully, I was the only it was only me and like one other person in my group, and it was him, and I was like, "Holy cow! That's my buddy from college."
Busch Gardens had a house where they could touch you, right? You had to sign like a waiver. And
I think that's always rumored and never actually happens.
No, it's Petrified Forest, I think, has one night where it's like you have to sign a waiver and there's no lights on, and it's like,
oh yeah,
anything
black.
goes. Yeah,
I think I did that last year or the year before.
And wasn't it something like you got a glow stick?
Yeah, yep. And they try and steal your glow stick is what it is. My glow stick got stolen.
Well, why would you want the glow stick in the first place?
But
all it does is draw attention to you.
And their characters get really good at stealing the glow sticks because
they practice.
They practice all night long, and so that's what they've been doing all night long. So I'm sure they take a lot of pride in collecting those glow sticks and putting them around their neck as a trophy. All right, are we ready to wrap this up, fellas?
I think we're ready to wrap this up.
All right,
I think I got a few ideas to send to the
fan team.
To the fan team, yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to keep up with the show on social media, Scott Harris, you are now the official man to read all these things off.
On Twitter at The Theme Park Show, or on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at The Theme Park Podcast, or watch at thethemeparkyoutube.com.
Really quick, just first thing that comes to your mind, they gave me a robe last time. What premium would you like to see?
Oh, man.
Dickerman?
I wish I had more time.
You want more time to think about it, right? I'm running through their things. God, what would you get Jurassic Park? What would you get King Kong? These are my
vest. That would be a vest.
I would like an Optimus Prime helmet head, like the really
like they had in the broadcast center.
Yeah, like something cool like that.
Scotty,
I mean, I just want. I want. I just. Oh man.
You want a wand? No. I changed it. I want a butterbeer machine. I want one of those butterbeer trucks. Just hook it up to the back of my Forester. I'll just drive it home.
Just an IV of butterbeer.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the big barrels they have out at the
yeah.
That's what I want. Just hook it up to the back of my vehicle. I'll just take it home.
Okay, I don't think the fan team's going to give us that.
Okay, all right. Well, it was worth a shot.
I mean, anything throwback merchandise is all that comes to mind for me. So
that's a great idea.
Because I love all of the throwback merchandise for the 30th anniversary at Universal Orlando Resort.
Get your tickets now at universalorlando.com. Is that right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Keyword Scott.
Keyword Scott for a 5% discount.
That doesn't exist. Don't do that.
June 10th. Check out the grand opening of the all new Jurassic World Velocicoaster, the apex of roller coasters.
Ooh, there you go. All right. Well, follow us on social media. You can get find advertising just like that. We come to you live from the Lauren Campbell Realtor.com Tebow Gazebo Studios. For Jimmy D, for Scott Harris, I'm Dickerman. Until next week, We'll see you out at the parks.
Bye, internet people.